Okay, welcome back. And of course, this is challenge number 32. So let's take a look at it real quick. We're going to evaluate 30 less than 25. So we're going to store both elements in their respective variables, and we will display the instructions to the screen. We'll use the correct pseudocode and flowchart structure, and then of course we will create this in code. So what does that look like? So again, we're using the simplicity here of evaluating 30 less than 25, and we don't want to put any more than that. We want to ensure that the computer is doing some work for us, and we have an expected output, so we do, and we should have an expected output for that. However, we want to make sure that the computer, the way we write the code, should then execute and respond accordingly. So create both of those variables, use those variables in their appropriate places, num1 less than num2, because we know that it's actually, their value is actually different than that. Num1 is actually greater than, but we're expecting this to evaluate to false. Okay, so this is what it looks like in the flow chart. We're going to evaluate those two numbers. The computer is going to do that for us using both variables. And of course, it will evaluate to false and show us the respective output. Okay, but this is what it looks like using the flow chart. So the flow chart is simply a visual display of what this looks like if you were trying to explain it. And the diamond is there to tell us that something needs to happen. It's more than just a math operation. It's a decision that needs to be made. Okay, so if something were, if this were to evaluate to true, then do something. This evaluates to false, do something else. Okay, let's take a look at the code up here and make sure I've got the right code numbers, 30 and 25. So again, looking at this from use of the variables is that I can change the variable value and then not have to duplicate all my efforts all the way down here. I simply use the variable to do the work for me. And 30 is not less than 25. 30 is actually greater than 25. So fantastic. Hopefully you're doing well with this. Your students are doing well, and I'll see you in the next lesson.